Good morning, Bird Gang. I hope all you guys are doing well. Again, another live event day. I have Kevin with me from Hero. Kevin, how you doing, buddy?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone.
Hello. So we are on the same time zone, so it works out perfect for us. 10 a.m., which is sometime we have founders from different countries and different time zones, so sometimes it's hard, but it's a good thing we have a same time zone. Uh, so I'm super excited about Hero. We've been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people who have bought it provided good feedback. Are you ready for the demo? Can you tell us about the product, why you build the product? Even the name is pretty interesting. It's an easy name to remember. So tell us about yourself, about Hero, please.
Sure. So my name is Kevin. I'm the founder of Hero. And before taking on this project, I was a corporate lawyer. I spent the past decade working on various corporate transactions. I've done projects in over 30 countries around the world. And I specialized in the field of large-scale industrial projects. So lawyers aren't just typically writing legal documents; they are negotiating deals and putting all kind of terms on documents and interacting with engineers, bankers, lawyers, accounting, sitting around the same table, but not necessarily speaking the same language. So I wanted to build a kind of collaborative workspace that interconnects all the data and all the documents from legal, technical, commercial terms. So everyone works around the same platform in a way that's collaborative and considerably more efficient than tools that are currently available on the market.
Perfect. Are you still practicing?
I am not. Only for those who ask nicely, I help out.
Perfect. And why name Hero? Like, is there a reason behind it? Why you guys came up with the name Hero?
It's just we wanted something uplifting that gave superpower to people. We truly believe this tool could help people do pretty incredible things, especially with the recent breakthrough with AI and agents and what we can now do with computers is pretty spectacular. So I don't
Yeah,
know, Hero is
yeah,
something.
I think it works because I think it's a very important thing because nowadays you see a lot of names with like crazy names. I'm not gonna name anybody, but they are like very different names and very hard to pronounce. So I do like the name. It's catchy. It's something easy to remember. Let's see. I just want to make sure we are live. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just make sure. Facebook has been very like funny with the lives. Sometimes it's just doesn't work, and just bear with me. And I think we have one of those days and where things are well. Just 1 second. Just bear with me. Okay. I'm gonna share this post in our group because somehow it didn't work in the group. So just bear with me. Okay. Kevin, you wanna start the demo? Everybody's looking forward to see the
Yeah,
product
very happy
walkthrough.
to
Thank
do
you.
that. Let me just find the sharing button. All right, you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Okay, great. So basically, Hero is an integrated document workspace similar to tools which you might have heard of, like Notion, that interconnects your files and your data in a collaborative environment. Except here, it's more focused on formal business documents. So we're looking at legal contracts, technical specifications, operating procedure, so that have a need for more structural awareness of what's inside the document. So it very much works like a block-based editor. It also has this structural hierarchy that you would be familiar with if you review very formal documents like legal contract, where you have section, subsection, and the parent-child relationship. So we understand that section dash 2.2a subsection 2a is as a different layer to that specific provision, and we can pinpoint straight to the specific location that you're interested in. So how does that actually materialize in a specific use case? So as you can see on the screen, I have various use cases of a project that would benefit all parts of your organization, whether you do HR, payroll, finance, accounting, you're working on a startup pitch, you do operation management, compliance, sales, you're in venture capital. So really, it's very much industry agnostics. It's designed to help pretty much anyone who work with business documents, or essentially anyone in business, but really with a focus on the more formal document, compliance policies, sales memorandum, purchase orders, anything that's transactional and very specific industrial document. So let's have a quick look at what an HR and payroll project could look like. So as you can see, everything is navigable with the keyboard and extremely fast. I barely even use my mouse during these interactions. So I'm interested in, let's say, Emily Johnson. I want to read the employment contract, and as you see already by looking at the screen, you have an employment contract, a typical agreement that looks slightly different than what you would have seen on other platform. And the reason for that is because we have created this document infrastructure that allows for these specific interconnections that are slightly smarter than what you would typically have with Microsoft Word or PDF, which were tools that were built in the 90s at the time we were writing information on paper. So these type of documents look good on paper, but they aren't necessarily parsable by computers the way we need for modern businesses. So here we have an employment contract, and as I look at it, I can already see some contractual defined terms which are hoverable, clickable. I have dynamic variables. I have section, subsection, and I can simply just collapse any of them to review them. They all very much indexed and mapped the right way. So let's say I want to look into Article 3, the term of the employment, but I want to also look into the salary, the job title, and I want to go back to the main screen. I can simply just the beginning of the document. I can simply do that. Now let's say I want to onboard a new employee. I can just hover over the variable, select a new variable, and I have a new employee now. So all the documents have been produced in one click for the new employees, keep the same structure, but at the same time, it combines the flexibility of text. So let's say that specific employee has a personal request, wants some specific language to be drafted, let's say a non-compete agreement for senior management roles, that can be just inserted in the document. I mean, it is a text editor in all material respects, so I can just type anything I want within the document. And the interesting part of this project is that you can work interchangeably between text, as I have just showed you, and also a database. So I have my full database of employee here. So that gives me a high level overview of my entire workforce. But then if I want to delve deeper into specific section, I can within one click do that. And I have all my values already indexed within the document. So So some of you would recognize conceptually how Notion works, with the interaction between pages and databases, and pages within pages, and databases within databases. Here, this is the same concept that goes a little bit deeper in the way that we can embed specific dynamic variables within the text. So then you can create employment contracts. So whether you have 10 or 10,000 documents, you can simply have them index and search for employees. Let's say you have 2,000 employees, but you want to understand who Emily Johnson is. So Emily is a person with their personal details, passport number, the employee information, but also if that person has been given stock option, the grant price, the exercise price, the vesting schedule, whatever information you need, everything becomes searchable. You can hide all the table and then open the one that are actually interested in. So yeah, so that's really the tool. Again, if I'm looking at the salary of Noah, it becomes searchable within split second. I want to look at the offer letter of Marcus. I can go straight into it. So that is essentially what we do, and you can create specific workflow. So this is an offer letter which I can send to my employees. Again, let's say I want to change any specific variable. I want to change the start date. I can just change it, and I can say, for example, in 2 weeks, and it changes to the relevant start date for that specific employee. The employee can accept the offer within the document with a simple click. You can click on it and you can have your own workflow. That could be an onboarding form. That could be an access to another document. That could be a webhook that sends an email to the top management saying that person has accepted the offer. And that could simply be, so if we want to go back to the employment contract, we can actually see here, you can sign directly within the document in 2 clicks, really. So 1 click, 2 click, and I've now signed my agreement, and this is how a signature looks, and it's all logged the right way. It's all compliant. So you can see how easy it is to sign the document directly within the apps, and the signature look quite cool. There will be soon the option to upload your own version of the signature. Right now, you can select from a different signature that would best suit your needs. And yeah, so that's really the kind of things that we do. Now, let's look maybe at some other use cases. You want to work on the startup pitch and you want to showcase your team. As you can see, so you can see how easy it is to work and navigate across multiple files, multiple sections, multiple projects, databases, data points. And yeah, you can just simply showcase your employees here. If I'm interested in my, let's say, traction, I can show my traction to an investor. If I'm looking into my competitive landscape, I can create simple cards. And you can see that it's all like theme responsive, so you can have your own dynamic information, call to action, whatever. So like that takes you to the specific website of these companies. And you can do, let's say we want to look into the business model. So you have a business model here, so you can have specific tab if you want to showcase your business model. So this is one of the things that you can do. You can also have like invoices. So like I showed you how you can input information in your database and embed data within the text. Here you can actually create your own invoices. Everything I'm showing you here is all API based. So to the extent it is workable here with the interface, we can have an API connection ready for you. So you'd have to contact our team and they'll help you set it up, because some companies have thousands of transactions every day, so they wouldn't necessarily do this kind of work manually, but that's a good way to keep track of everything. So if I were, again here, if I were to change some of the value, like the quantity, that would update dynamically the total price, quantity times unit price equal total price, and then I would make the change dynamic here to the total. I can also have references, so I can call them whatever I want, but I can also go by references here, STL001, whatever information you need. I can have a payment integration with Stripe directly from within the documents. We can also do, let's say we want to do a timesheet report. So for a client, we're charging on an hourly base. So we issue a report every month. We want that report to be standardized and only the specific variables to change: the description of the tasks that were completed, the time span. We can have nice visualization with graphs, chart graph. Let's say we want to very simply add another graph. So we just added a line graph, so people can actually have clearer visibility over the actual data. And as you can see, it's very easy to return back to the main menu. I simply click escape, and then I work with my mouse. So now let's look at some more complex financial transactions. So like a credit agreement, this is a $1.3 billion transaction. So again, this type of work works for very basic documents that are used in day-to-day operation, but also very complex financial transaction. And this is how your document would look if you were to do this work with DocX. So let's take one specific sentence here in the document taken at random. So just by looking at it, I already know that most of you will have difficulty understanding it. The reason for that is not because most people don't understand English or can't read English. It's because in one sentence of maybe 6 lines, you have over 15 contractually defined terms. If you were to refer to every single one of these terms, you'd essentially spend 3 hours per reference. You'd probably spend over 5 hours reviewing one sentence of 6 lines in a 500-page document. So these things really add up. And in some industries that are heavily document focused, this can take entire days to navigate across document, across sections. So let's say for example, we have another document here. So I can actually refer to any specific provision just by doing command / and then enter, and then I click and I see who the lender is, how that party has been defined. I have all my definition. It's all dynamically indexed. So everything is done pretty much automatically. So you don't have to worry about any part of it. And you can see the references as well. So it points you straight to the reference, another defined term, another reference, and then you go back. And then if I want to, I'm in the course of a negotiation, someone mentions Article 23 disclosure. I type 23 disclosure, but when I'm there doing that with a PDF document or Word document, you'll still be doing it for at least a good couple of minutes. And here it took less than milliseconds, I guess, less than a second. So that's really what we do. I mean, we kind of reorganized the way we produce documents. So we no longer view documents as static pages to be printed on A4 sheet on paper, so you don't have to scroll down pages, but rather you approach documents like databases, which makes the queries exponentially faster. And yeah, that's essentially at the end of the day, when the documents move faster, business move faster, you win more deal. And in some cases where you don't have proper visibility over document content, you can lose millions in disputes or missed opportunities. So this is essentially what we do, this kind of work. And as you can see, it works for pretty much every industry, whether you do legal, startup that I've just showed you, finance, accounting, HR, venture capital, sales. I'll show you maybe a user guide so you can have an idea of all the block type that we have. You can do section like I've just showed you. If let's say, for example, we're here and we want to refer to section 1.1a, then it just point me to 1.1a, right? So it actually fully understand everything you're doing within the document, understand the structure, the way most people would be familiar with when you're writing a very complex technical specification, operating procedures, or legal contract for that matter. The typical typography, code blocks. A lot of you, I'm sure, write code. Call outs. You can have different call outs for, to draw the reader's attention to a specific note, a disclaimer of liability, a warning, some danger. You can have math operation, which you can amend. You can also have a cool way to embed pretty much anything and give an immersive experience to your documents to what would otherwise be printed on paper, right? So here you can embed like 3D design file. Let's say you're an architect, you want to embed your floor plans as part of your proposal. And that works with pretty much everything. So let's just maybe copy one of these links, and that's as simple as pasting the link. And now we've just embedded a soundtrack. All right, so you get the idea. I mean, it gives different kind of experiences to your users. So whether you're working on a proposal, on a contract, you want to onboard employees, it just offer a more lively experience. You can turn this text document into dynamic and actionable workflow with simple button that you just click, define your call to action. You can have images. You have the signature block that I've showed you, tables, line charts, pie charts, bars as well. You can have steps if you're working on standard operating procedures, tabs, as I've just showed you already, cards, toggle blocks, little badges, and checklists. All right. So I think that's about it. That's what we've been building so far. There's a lot more coming. Can show you a lot more things that we have, how you can share, you can define access privileges, how you can post this content online, how you can simply within 2 clicks just export the document, whether in docx or PDF, and it works within seconds across one document, multiple document folders, entire project gets exported, and you keep the organizational structure of the folders. You can publish online with password protection. So if you want to share a specific document, but you don't want your collaborators to sign in to the software, you can have a simple public URL, and that will do just fine. You'll have the same interaction that you have on the main app, subject to the minor functionality that require private access. And yeah, that's really it. That's really what we do.
Pretty cool. So I have few questions. So you mentioned that these documents or these pages that you end up creating in Hero, those could be shared publicly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very interesting because I didn't know that. So that's when and you mentioned it, I was like, okay, that's cool because I was writing down a question. I was like, I was going to ask you. Now these uh, pages can be password protected. You said, uh,
Yes, so they can
can
be
they?
public, password protected, share. You can share access privately. You can send a copy to the document, which essentially create a duplicate in the other person's space. So
Mhm.
it's a lot more versatile in terms of document sharing because we're in a world where we're not necessarily building a note-taking app, right? If you take some personal note, it's okay, to share, to collaborate with live editing. But when you in an adversarial process, when you're negotiating a deal, it's usually a buyer against a seller, and you might not want to share everything. You want the ability to iterate privately over your commercial position before you share it with the other party. So we have ways, you can work with workspaces, you can have versions in pretty much any of these. So if I take it, you can manage version. I can simply create a version by clicking here. I can add the description to it, and yeah. So yeah, you have many different ways of sharing a file. So you can publish, you can share, you can export to PDF and docx like I've sent, like I've showed you, and you can also send a copy to a specific
Can
employee.
you
Now,
can you click on the share button there? There was a share button came. I just want to see the options there. When you
Yeah,
yeah
yeah, yeah.
there.
So that's what I'm saying. So the option to share a document, so you'll be sharing that
Okay.
specific documents. You can do it on a folder. You can copy the link, but in this specific instance, you copy the link to a private a workspace that will have access to this specific file, and that will be given only to the people who have been invited. So this is not a public link. If you want to do a public, let's say, website, you simply click publish, and with the publish button, again, it's very simple. In 2 clicks, you can just publish
Okay.
online, have the ability to put in a password, and yeah. And also one thing that I haven't showed you, which you probably would have seen on other platform, is all these AI functionalities that um, has a very broad and thorough understanding of the structural context of these documents. So, for example, if you were to give, interrogate this specific provision in another document, sorry, in another platform, the context would be limited to the information you share, except here, because it's indexed, so we understand the database structure and the variable for this specific organization. We understand the definition of stock option, definition of plans, so we have a lot more information that we can give to the AI, and we also have the agentic workflow that's coming out. So that's a stock option plan. Let's say you have a new employee, and I said, just prepare all the documents for employee number 66, and that person would be receiving 2.5% option at an exercise price of $7, right? And the AI will do it for you.
Perfect. So just want to understand more regarding the workspace. So the workspace is the, like, for example, if I'm dealing with 10 different companies and I'm doing their contract and all the document stuff, I'm managing that. So that will be an individual workspace for them. That's how people use it.
So it very much depends on how you want to use it, right? So we have
Hmm.
workspaces. You can create your own workspace here.
Hmm.
Uh, Actually, let's go into a doc. Let's go into project, and you can see this here. You can have workspaces. Usually there's absolutely no connection between workspaces and projects, so it's all separate. So let's say you have 10 clients, you choose to have 10 workspaces, you can do that. Each client would be a project, and then each matter for each client would be a folder, and then you can arrange it that way. But you can also have one general personal workspace for your organization where you keep all of your documents, and then each client will be a different project, and you can name them. You can have references for a specific new client. So maybe we can actually give it a try. So we can create a new project. So we call it new client. I want to give it a description that create new client, and then we can simply we've just created it. So now I can escape, but I can also create a file. So we can do this file, and now you use straight within your first document for that project. So we want to give it a reference, so we can say like let's say that's how we reference our file. So now I can be anywhere within my workspace, and I can do 1, 2, 3, 5, and then it takes me straight there to the client. So as you can see, I mean, you can navigate across 10 files or 10,000 files within split second using your own naming convention, whether through actual name of the project or the reference of the specific client.
Another question I have. I saw you when you were making an agreement, you attached a user to it. Now that user, is it like is it the one that I onboarded on my workspace, or is it just because I'm just trying to understand like I'm assuming he was part of the team and you attached him in the contract, right? But let's say if I have contract with clients, and I'm sending like for example, if I'm managing a legal team and I have two different clients, and I created a legal document for them, and I'm sending it to them to both sign it. Am I onboarding in them into Hero, or they can just sign it without onboarding it?
So they would need to be signed in for the signing process, because you need to be authenticated, and we need to verify that the person behind the computer has signed in, has accepted the terms of both the use for the software, but also the specific term of the signature, which are, by the way, customizable by you if you are comfortable with a certain wording for your signature process. If you're in a specific jurisdiction, so that you need that language to be localized, you can do that. So the person signing the document would have to accept the terms of use and the actual terms of signature before they can actually sign.
Okay. So if they do get on board, does that count as a user, or he's just a free user just coming here to sign? Like, for example,
yes, that's what I said. So when you work on document and you share your own document with people, you can share it with 10 or 10,000 people. It will be free for all of these users. They can use it. They can use your own document to view your document in unlimited. It'll be stored on our platform.
Okay, but I'm not onboarding that person just to join my team or my Make sense?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a different project that you want to give access to that person will have a free account.
Okay,
and access to
makes
all
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough. I just wanted to make sure that we don't start onboarding the clients we don't want. We just have to sign it, right? And obviously, once their account get created, or they would be able to go back and see the document that they said they have signed, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, of course.
Can you also give them? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, and they will also receive a transaction email. All the parties that have access to the document, once all of the signature blocks have been signed, they will receive an email and notifying them that the document was signed, and they will also receive a copy of the PDF document, a PDF version of the document attached to that email or accessible with just a click. So it is better for audit purposes. Some people like to store their PDF documents still because that's the way it's been done for years. We understand that, we respect it, and we make it easy for all of you to do that as part of this process. So that's also a feature that will be coming out in the next few
Okay.
weeks.
And once they get the email, they can download as a PDF and stuff, all that shebang, right? No issue, right? They can download their own PDF and
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Now, this is a little bit of a technical thing because I see, uh, while talking to you, I can already see like how the mortgage broker can use this tool. The lawyers who get you the mortgage and do all the paperwork, they can use this tool. They can put their documents in there that they want to share with specific client, and all can be accessible for them to
Right.
for them to, like, I could really see it now when it times for a signature. I know there's signature this especially for the specific legal documents. Do these signature hold any authority?
So let's have a look at it together. So we have a test file. So I'm creating a signature block now, and I'm now editing my signature block with specific terms. So as you can read with me by clicking the sign and accept button, you confirm that you have read, understood, and agreed to the term of this document, and that your signature is legally binding under applicable local and international signature regulation. You are authorized to sign this document on behalf of the company or organization you represent. You're aware that the signature attached to your profile is being used to sign this document, which constitutes a fair representation of your intention to be bound by the term of this document. So you tell me yourself if the language is clear enough. If there's anything in here that you'd like to edit or remove, you can simply do it in line. So you can simply edit the signature yourself. All right, and now you're ready to sign, to have your person sign the document with one click. The person who signs will be prompted to accept the terms. That's my account, so my name is already registered. Let's say I want to title, let's call general counsel, and then I've just signed the document.
Okay, so you see, I see this sign. Is it the sign that like kind of auto generate by itself? Like, is it like, because
So
I
your
don't know if it's K
signature,
or it's what it is, but
sorry.
is it resemblance to your signature? Because I've seen like other documents that you just put your name in and it just makes up a sign for you.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I mean that is what it is. I mean, you can
Okay.
choose your own signature in the
Okay. Okay.
appearance section of your profile. So you can choose your own signature. Actually, no, in the profile, you can update the signature. You can.
Okay.
You have many of them. You will be able to upload your own simply by uploading a file or or drawing your own if that's what you want to do. So we'll use the SVG file, so the vector file. So your signature itself is responsive with the color of the font is responsive to the theme.
Okay.
So,
Now, these pages that you mentioned before that, and I could, when you mention about these pages could be published and all the stuff you mentioned, and I could see the whole different use case of Hero, like uh, and I don't know if that's the intent that you want how people to use it. Like for example, if I'm onboarding a new employee and I want to have him to read some of the stuff.
yeah,
Maybe it's legal
the
or
employee handbook.
semi-legal, things, and I want him to read all that, right? So, is it something that it's okay to use it that way?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can have your employee handbook and all your onboarding documents being like privately shared between members that you only invite, but you can also have a link where people can have access to this
Okay.
page, and you can link different pages. You can link section. You can link database. You can have videos for training purposes. You can embed pretty much any other
Okay.
content that you would
So
like. So it all becomes interactive, and you have all the blocks that the
can I get an analytics on that? Like if somebody, how many people have like viewed it, or if I have a team member, if he has gone through it, if I have shared it as a private,
right.
like just to see, like, if the people are reading this, or they are like opening it, or do you have any of that?
Yeah, analytics is something we really spending time looking into now because we're not really that good with it just yet. That being said, we are set up for it, and we have the data in raw format, so it wouldn't be such a stretch to have a little bit of analytics based on how people use the the app itself in terms of usage. But
It's something that you're gonna be offering it, right? That's something
yes,
gonna be
we're going to be
there.
offering it for sure because
Okay,
this has
makes
been
sense.
requested
Because I would love to see that, and I want to know, if I'm sending somebody a legal document, if that person started the document, didn't finish it. So I want to know, okay,
right.
this person started it but didn't finish it. Like, it's good information for somebody who's sending a legal document, right?
Yeah, and also for audit purposes and
Yeah,
compliance. And these would
yeah.
essentially be the automated collection of your evidence.
So
Your
here
employees need
my
some
another.
responsibility. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Here my another question. So I saw that you have these pages that could be published, and you could put a lot of stuff in there. And I see a lot of you put a music in there. So it's pretty flexible what you can put in there, and you're giving a freedom for people to use it. Maybe an image, or maybe a link, or
Yeah.
audio. Now, is it possible that, like, for example, if somebody creates a knowledge base, uh, a page on it, like, for example, which I know it might not be the use case, but ends up creating a knowledge page questions, and now that person wants to share that, or embed it, iframe it on his own website. Is there something is possible? Is there something you might be okay with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's built for that. I don't see any feature that you wouldn't already have here.
Can you iframe it?
Yes.
You
Yes.
can.
Yes. So you can iframe the document. You mean in an external web page?
Yeah. So, if, for example, if I want to put my knowledge base, I want to use
Yes,
Hero
you can.
for it.
I mean, we essentially give you the link or the HTML code to embed. I think
Okay.
it's in the publish section. So then once a page is published, you can manage your published pages, and there you can just copy either the code or the URL that you would put in your other system, and you'll see people do that for terms and conditions to offer a better experience for terms and condition and all these regulatory document privacy policies, all kinds of other documents that require a lot of section, subsection, contractually defined terms, references. They do it on our app, and they essentially embed it within their website. So we've seen quite a
Just bear with me and see your message. Okay. So I was while I was talking to you, and I was trying to look up to see if I can get any questions from the user. We have plenty of users who are watching right now, but like I said, Facebook suck, and some of these questions are not coming up on my screen. I can't see them. So I've been getting messages from the users saying that some reason their questions are not popping up, even though those questions are there. So he sent me a screenshot. So I have few questions that I'll ask from the audience,
yes.
but unfortunately I don't have the questions here. I can't see them. I don't know what kind of platform Facebook is running, but it's not. They're not showing up. Uh, so we have a question from Laura. What is the security like? Is this company data used by Hero?
We don't use user data
Okay.
for this.
Uh,
It's built in terms of security. I mean, it's built for business sensitive information. We take cybersecurity very seriously,
Come on,
and
guys. He's a lawyer, guys. Come on.
not only cybersecurity but also
Yeah.
we wouldn't
Uh,
we wouldn't make use of any of the user's data,
yeah.
not to train models, not for any other purposes.
Perfect. Indrapreet said, "Hi. Can we add a custom field and custom values?"
Absolutely, yes. You can add as many, and you can manage it just like you'd manage a database, custom field and custom values. Yes, you can actually be in your database, and I want to add another column. I'll put here like my new column, and then I can go back and create let's say I want to create a new file, call it test, and then I can be here and I can say my new column, and then it's here, and then there's no instance to connect because we actually don't have I mean these instances are available, but there will be no value, so because we haven't really put any value in it. So
Okay. Kevin, I'm going to ask you a quick question because this like what you're showing, it open up the whole new use case for the Hero product. Like it's amazing what it can do, and I can see like a lot of people like jumping in and trying to experiment different things, how they can use this product, because this is like completely like changed the game. um, can I Okay, this might be a stretch, but I'll ask you. So for example, if I have a incoming data, a webhook that I want that to be in Hero, in one of those
yeah.
folders or somewhere, I want that feel like, for example, if somebody fills a form and I want to collect that data set in Hero, is this something that you are thinking about, that you want to do?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely. I mean, this software has been built API first, so everything, every click, every interaction that you see on here is also accessible by API. So with webhook, you can create document, name document, rename, assign icons if you wanted to assign an icon, assign a color to the icon. So it works with both API access and API types of automation, but also through
okay.
agent.
Another interesting question. Uh, Indrapreet, hi Indrapreet. Can we? I'm gonna get to the bring your own key after. Jaideep is asking, do we have import option from Notion?
Uh, so
That's a good one.
we currently do not offer it off the shelf, but if you need it to be done, we can arrange it. We know how Notion exports their documents. We understand all their
You
block
should.
types, and
You
that
should have that option. To be honest with you, like I was talking to one of the founder, and he has a bookmark tool that we are promoting right now, Bookmarify, and it's about bookmarks. But he does not have an option to import. And like, okay, why you won't have that import option? Because you
so
want to onboard other users, right?
so
So I
we've
think it's a good option. I think it's if there's Notion or any other tool that have an option
yeah, so
for a data
we
set.
really focus on PDF and docx Word documents,
Yeah.
so Microsoft Word, and these you can import fully just by clicking the import button. You can go and
Okay.
select it.
So, like I said, some of these questions that are coming from Facebook that I got the screenshot and I asked you. But luckily, we have some of the questions coming in on from YouTube and stuff, which actually I can display. But I don't know how I have to fix this. So we have Justin here. We have Les here. So he's asking, interesting to know where and how this overlap with LexFlow. You know what, Justin? I thought it was a kind of an overlap too, but it's not, because it's not about just building legal document or signatures. It's Hero is more than that, a lot more, and I think we need some of the Bird Gang members to really jump on it to see how powerful and how different use case Hero can be used. Because I see a whole new tool here, to be honest. Uh, uh, Looks cool. Thank you. Okay, so here's a question. You can see it and you can go from it. Kevin, you can see the question, right?
Um,
On the screen,
which one are you referring to?
our home screen.
Okay.
Let me stop your share and then you'll be able to see it. Just bear with me. Let me just stop the share, hide the share. Okay, you can see the screen at the bottom. You don't see it? The orange thing, you don't see it?
Oh, I've been. Yes, I do. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been wondering
Complex.
if this could have been used. This could also be used as a note-taking service. Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's a text editor in all material respects. So whether you want to write a letter to your grandmother or work on the construction documents for the next nuclear power plant, I mean, both can happen on the same platform.
Okay, so we have another question. I don't know. This is from Les.
For a nuclear plant, can you touch on this concept? I mean, this is very industry specific. Happy to go
Correct.
more into the details. Happens to be a work that I have done very extensively for the first part of my professional career. Very familiar with manufacturing manuals and operating manuals for large scale facilities. So, I mean, feel free to book a call on the website, and some members of my team will try to assist you with this.
Okay. So hopefully this does not. Okay. What is this?
Yes. Yes. So we currently are working on conditional language in documents. So if there are dependent minors involved in the divorce proceedings, then like such and such happens. So we can help you do it at the moment, but it's not something you'll find on the self-service page. So.
All right.
But we'll help you do it if you need to.
Okay. I'm trying to see my client. Okay.
And we do agree that there are quite a few interesting use cases in the world of court document, and especially family law, which is very repetitive.
Okay.
Yes, I think I showed some part of that in the document where you can have invoices and you can embed specific action within your invoice. You can pay directly within the document. You can have an offer and an acceptance process within the document itself. You can refer to price terms. In fact, maybe I can show you. I don't know if people still see my screen, but
let me just give me a second. Let me share. Okay, go for it.
Right. So here's, for example, like a sales and marketing process. So you can have the sales agreement, you can have the order form, so you can sign directly within the order form with the software licenses. Again, like if you can have dynamic variables all over the place. If you change the quantities, you'll dynamically affect the fees of the license, if you want to refer to the specific terms of use for a cloud service, the key terms. Yeah, and by the way, one thing that I will also show is that we have a lot of templates that are available for you, whether you are just starting, you need a bill of lading, you need a stock certificate, you need an advisor agreement, a non-disclosure agreement. You just incorporated your company, you need to figure out what to do next. We will give you access to a guide, and you can start, like checking item once they are being finalized on you. And so yeah.
And guys, if you do have any request for Kevin, like if you want have a use case or you need a template, feel free to ask. Because the more templates, pre-made templates are there, the better. It makes your life easier. Just message Kevin. This is something, a template we are looking for. You think you can, if there's enough requests, I'm sure Kevin will be more than happy to build a template for you guys, and you can use it. Perfect. So we do have a lot of questions coming up, and we are already on a stretch on the time. So I'm going to try my best to go through all of them. So here's another one. Kevin, can you see your screen? Okay, let me
Yes,
hide.
absolutely they can. Absolutely they can. I just showed you how you can do, connect different files of different folders within the same document. So yes, you can definitely interact with both of them.
Okay, this is an empty comment. We have another one. My client would like to be.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't think I have SOP examples. I'm happy to get on a call and assist you with your own specific examples and show you on a call how this works. But I don't have any one example to show now.
Okay. I'm getting another question since I'm also available on Messenger. So Jaideep is asking me a question. He's been helping me out with some of the questions on the Facebook that are not showing up on my screen. Can we have an option to update data to refresh automatically?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. So your data is dynamically linked to the document. If you change it in one space, it propagates across all your documents.
Okay, perfect. Jaideep, it is possible. Jaideep, I'm not sure how many questions we are getting on Facebook group. If you do have a screenshot, feel free to share with me, because I can't even access that video that we are streaming on. So if you do have any screenshot, feel free to share. We have few minutes left, and I want to go through as many questions we can. If you have a screenshot, feel free to share. In the meanwhile, I think it's not just about, like, building contracts. There you have data sets, you have the data. It's like a two-in-one kind of tool going on, that you have good collaboration going on between these two features, right? uh, which I think will open up more use cases for people to use the product. um, because a lot of people do use Notion and other tools for the same purpose, and this actually have a legal contracts with AI built in. I will quickly go through our deal page. In meanwhile, I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to hide this because I have so many screens open up on my side here. So just bear with me. Okay, just bear. So, guys, we do have a coupon 10% off. Feel free to use it. That will give you 10% off coupon. So, guys, this is a deal page. Again, it's a limited time, lifetime deal from Hero. Um, again, we have three tiers. Again, depending on your need. Uh, if you're a solo founder, if you're a solo user, solo business owner, maybe the tier one might be the best for you. If you have a team, if you have a partners with you, go with the tier three, tier two. And if you have a bigger team, you need more users, meet more team members, then go with the tier three. Again, map to basic plans, 5 workspace, 10 projects you will get, basic AI features. Can you go over this basic AI feature, because I myself a bit confused. Is it something that a different model you are using, or it's just like has a limited functionality of AI?
Right. So on the basic features, you'd have the limited functionalities of AI. So you can rewrite your text, rephrase, ask some basic question about one document. But as you get into more premium features, you'd have access to the more intelligent models, but you'll have also access to the agentic workflows and do incredible things across your entire project, have full structural knowledge of the project, of the structure itself, and you can just, with a simple prompt, create all your onboarding documents, look to specific data tables, data points, amend the data points, create new rows, and then ultimately like pass this on to a new document with essentially create all the documents for you.
Okay. Another thing, just quickly want to go over the tier 3 plan. So tier 3 plan is mapped to a pro plan. You have 10 users. So for example, you have uh, team members, so you can add them in there. You have unlimited workspace, so as many workspace you want. Unlimited project, premium AI features. Again, you can also feel free to ask question on the deal page, where Kevin will personally reply you guys back. And yeah, if you have any question, use the coupon code earlybird to get a 10% off. And that's probably the best price you will get for this deal. Let me check if we have anything else. I'm gonna stop sharing. And yeah, worked good. Okay, 1 second. I'm just checking. Sorry, this is okay. So I'm not used to getting all these like comments on Facebook. Usually we go primarily on Facebook group, and those questions are not coming up. So I think that's about it. Just checking. Okay, yeah, I guess that's about it. Kevin, thank you so much for doing the live demo. I think we need to create more videos, more content around this hero, because the use cases, there's a lot bigger use case. Then I don't even know if you thought of that, but there's more use cases for this product. Any closing comments before we end this live event you want audience to know?
No, I mean, thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure to be here, and thanks everyone for all the great questions. I mean, feel free to use the product, like you said. I mean, it's very versatile. It works for everyone and anyone in business, whether you're working on legal documents, compliance, construction, SOPs. From what I've gathered from the questions. I think you'll find it interesting, and you can start really like supercharging your documents and your workflow with these tools. So really hope you like it. And any questions, feel free to let us know. I mean, we have a team that's fully dedicated to answering any questions on the platform itself. And I'm also obviously available to anyone who'd like to have a chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Bird Gang. It was a very interesting event. Really enjoyed it. Kevin, thanks. Thank you for doing that. And
My
again, guys, feel free to join our community on Facebook group. And if you have any question, just message us, message Kevin for technical related stuff. Definitely message Kevin because I would not have the answer. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day. Enjoy. Good night. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.